Alright, so it's Don and Zeke here playing a 1500 point match. We're playing here at Imperial Outpost, and we have a couple armies that we're going to be playing. He's playing Eldar, and I'm playing Black Templar. So to begin, we have my Warlord here, High Marshal Helbricht. Then we have 10 Combat Melta Spam Stern Guard with a drop pod. 2 5-man scout squads, close combat weapons, melta bombs on the sergeants. Then we have the assault centurions with twin link meltas, hurricane bolters, and an omniscope. 2 predators with autocannon and 2 las. Then we have the assault centurions dedicated transport of a Landmark Crusader with a extra star bolter.
All right, Zeke, what do you got?
All right, I have 18-man Guardian squad with the Warlock and my stand-in Phoenix Firelord. 4 Guardians on bikes with a Warlock. The Avatar with Fast Shot. 5 Dire Avengers and a Wave Serpent. Twin Link Scatter Laser. The Cannon. Halo Field and Ghostwalk Matrix. Another duplicate Wave Serpent with 5 Fire Dragons in it. Exarch with Fire Pike and Fast Shot. And then a Wraith Knight with D cannons.
All right, what mission are you guys playing?
We're playing the Emperor's Blood.
Emperor's Blood, where the objectives get placed?
So place yours.
In my table half or in my
Table deployment zone.
in my deployment zone?
Yeah. Right back to that.
There,
And there.
and we're doing regular deployment, so we'll go to turn 1. Okay, Zeke won deployment, decided to deploy real close in the corner. Don went ahead and deployed the Land Raider there, and then his 2, what are in the back?
Predators with autocannons, las cannons.
And are you going to try to seize?
I'm not.
Okay, we're going to turn 1. Top of 1, end of psychic phase. What'd you do, Zeke?
I concealed my Guardians on foot. I concealed my Guardians on bikes.
Moved up a little bit. Okay, top of 1, end of assault and shooting. What happened?
I put 2 glances on the Land Raider, flatted out Wave Serpent over there, flatted out Wave Serpent over here, and flatted out or turbo boosted my bikes all the way over there.
Okay, no first blood yet.
No first blood.
Okay, bottom of 1, end of psychic phase. What'd you do?
Alright, so I don't really have a psychic phase because I'm Black Templar, but as far as movement goes, these guys kind of position so they could actually shoot at something and not give the side armor. The drop pod came down, the Kami squatted Stern Guard, 5 of them came out over here, and 5 of them came out over here. The Land Raider moved over and piled out the Assault Centurions to hopefully get rid of the Fire Dragons.
Okay, I think they're in a good position. Okay, bottom of 1, end of shooting. What happened?
Alright, so all these guys shot their poison rounds in the Avatar, got first blood. One of these guys split fire to try to help, failed. This thing tried to hurt the Avatar, failed. These 2 Predators tried to do something to that, and even the last cannons and autocannons couldn't even penetrate it.
All right,
And then they just made a charge.
okay, charging. Okay, bottom of 1, end of assault. Surprise, surprise, the assault centurions were able to blow that up. Went ahead and he lost 2 on the explosion, and they failed their test, so they are running. All right, Zeke, top of 2, what happened?
Concealed my Guardian unit and gave +1 armor to my bikes for a 2+ save.
Okay, so these bikes moved this way.
Yes.
Did those guys march forward?
They
at all?
marched forward, he jumped forward, and he shuffled 6 inches over.
All right. All right, top of 2, end of shooting and assault. What happened in shooting?
Shooting, I wiped out the 5-man Stern Guard here, hurt 3 of them, 2 hull points on the drop pod.
The 2 hull points came
The
from
Wave
that Wave
Serpent,
Serpent. Okay.
1 hull point from the bikes,
Bike shot of the rear.
and then I charged the last Stern Guard unit and wiped them out with both units, and that is it.
All right. Okay, bottom of 2, end of psychic.
Alright, so as far as movement went, the Land Raider just decided to jiggle a little bit to get all of its bolters in line of sight. The Centurions moved up, and both of the 5-man scout squads came in on the right side.
Got me. So 1 came in over here and 1 came over there in the back corner. All right, bottom of 2, end of shooting and assault.
Alright, so these guys shot over the Fire Dragons, killed 1. All this shot over here killed 2 Guardians, and then the Predator turns the turrets around and killed 1 bike.
All right. Going to the top of 3. 3, end of Psychic. What happened during movement?
Wave Serpent moved over here 6 inches, dropped out the Dire Avengers. The Guardians moved up, put Conceal on. The Wraith Knight moved over here to have a choice of what he wants to attack. The Fire Dragons, that 2 that are left, are right next to the Land Raider. And the Guardians over there stayed and put the +1 armor on for a 2+ armor save.
Just to see. You got these guys back here. And over there. Okay, top of 3 still, end of shooting and assault. So, what happened in shooting?
Shooting, the last 2 Fire Dragons wiped out the Land Raider, but 1 died, so he broke and he's running, but his job is done. The bikes finished off the Predator and jumped behind the other tank. Fugin's unit moved up and I think killed 2 guys.
Yep.
And then the big guy whipped with his big guns, but he charged and wiped out the Warlord and one of the Centurions. And the Dire Avengers killed 3 over here out of the 5. And that's
All
it.
right, so it's looking pretty good for Zeke. All right, bottom of 3, end of movement and psychic phase. Dawn had so much to move, so what did you do?
Alright, Centurions auto group because of Space Marines, walk back up here. The scouts over here moved up, and the scouts back here moved up.
All right. All right, bottom of 3, end of shooting and assault. What happened, Don?
Alright, so shooting, this Predator shot back, killed 2 bikes. That's about the best I did this turn. Over here, these guys threw a grenade at the Wraith Knight, attempted to charge. The Fire Dragon did not regroup, oddly enough. And then they rolled Snake Eyes. These guys tended to shoot here a little bit, killed a couple Guardians, put 2 wounds on Fugin. And then they attempted to charge and failed their charge. And then Drop Pod killed 2 Guardians. And then back here, the 2 scouts attempted to charge at the Dire Avengers and also failed the charge.
All right. All right, top of 4, end of assault and shooting. What happened, Zeke, with shooting?
Okay, I killed 1 more Centurion, left a wound on him, and then I assaulted. They split fire. He wiped up the drop pod. These Dire Avengers killed 1 of the scouts, made the... Oh, that's it.
Nice.
The Wave
Killed
Serpent
scout.
had to shoot at it.
The Wave Serpent finished off the last scout. Big guy over there killed 2 of the scouts and then charged them to finish them off and jumped back to get Lionbreaker and the objective. And the bikes, that 2 that were left, put 1 more wound on,
Yeah.
1 wound on this tank and then jumped up so they couldn't be seen.
Pretty much a great thing for a thing. Don's
Yeah, she's
only got the tank left. All right, top of 5, end of movement and shooting. We actually went through. Those guys moved up. He moved in within line of sight over here. Wave Serpent popped up. Bikes jumped down. Neither one of them broke. Don was able to survive with 1 more hull point on that. But we've got Linebreaker. He's got this objective over here. And he's got that objective pretty well tied up. Don, it's time to concede.
Nope.
One more round. Let's see. End of Don's turn. He was able to kill 1 more Avenger, and the game did end on 5. So still alive. He didn't get tabled. He's got 1 whole point. Hey guys, as you can see, Don actually was 1 whole point away from getting tabled, which a lot of us like to see Don lose every once in a while. He's actually a really good player. I played with him with a Feast of Blades qualifier and actually played him against my Tau over this weekend, and he was able to pretty much table me with that same list. That just goes to show that this is a dice game and that anything can happen when you're rolling badly that day. Have a great one, guys, and make sure to give Don his kudos for making it to turn 5.